And we're back to face on Lapras. I think we have one more trainer. I probably shouldn't have switched Gengar to the lead so readily. But we do have one trainer. And here's the goal bat I think I mentioned where there's evolved Pokemon. Or if I didn't, well, here you go. There are some evolved Pokemon down here for some easy experience. Which is just cool. I probably shouldn't have Gengar in the lead, but everything else is kind of low. Quilava's not in the position to fight anymore. Yeah, there's one more. What do you have again? If the Pokemon I liked were there, I'd go there. However, so I don't remember the rest. Poliwhirl. Ugh. Why do you like Poliwhirl? Hold on. Are you gonna evolve it? What? If so, which one? Because that was a misclick. Rain Dance. Okay. I don't think I've gone over rain, sun, sand, or any of that. But I guess I can go over it now while I'm going to go catch this Lapras. So there are now weather conditions in this game. Obviously, as you saw. And what they do is that for every turn that finishes, it'll display some type of effect. And it doesn't really seem like it does a lot on the surface, but it does. What ends up happening when you do weather effects is that certain types of moves and different moves get increases. So let's start with Rain Dance while we fight this Lapras. Rain Dance makes water moves increase by basically the stab amount, 1.5. And which is very cool. Wow, I did not expect to do that much damage. But, oh well, we'll catch it now. What was that? Rain Dance. And, yeah, that makes it cool. It's like, okay, why waste a setup move? Well, later it becomes important with abilities, but I'll get to that a long time from now. But, if you have the move Thunder, which if you don't remember, is a high-powered electrical attack that can miss pretty often. Miss pretty often. That's oftenly is not a word, but it missed pretty often because of the 70%. Well, in rain, it is now 100%. It can't miss. Well, it can, but that's called detect. So Thunder can now hit 100%, and later once Hurricane becomes a move, that also hits 100% in the rain. But in, let's say, Sunny Day, same thing with fire moves as rain does. Also, Sunny Day and Rain Dance have the ability of weakening the other versus type. So Rain Dance lowers fire moves, Sunny Day lowers water moves. It lowers the power anyway. And so what Sunny Day does is increase fire moves, and since there's no fire equivalent, well, I mean, there's Fire Blast, but that doesn't really have a big accuracy problem. And also, it already gets the increase in power. So we need another move, and that's the grass move Solar Beam, which is usually a 2-move setup for big powered attack. But in Sunny Day, or Clear Skies as it's supposed to be, it will take one turn and fire it. There's no charge up necessary. There's no after effect after it. We caught Lapras, cool. But, so it's a pretty useful thing to be able to do. And then there's a couple other weathers. In this game, there's only one other one, I think. No, there's two. There's two. Right? No, there's one. Yeah, hail is not in this game. I'm gonna confuse myself. But there's sand, and that's caused only through Sandstorm. And what it does is it causes damage after each turn battle. Excuse me. That was a weird burp. But ultimately, it also increases the special defense of any rock types. And if you're steel, ground, or rock, you're immune to damage entirely from the after effects of Sandstorm. Here's the Quagsire. Now, interestingly, which I did not point out, is that if you don't want to raise a Wooper, you can get this. And I'm actually just gonna... Do I have anything to heal? No. Don't die. That's all I could say. Freeze. I'm sorry, Smoochum. You were a good teammate. You did a lot with your life. And most importantly, I believe that you would have done a lot more if you weren't so goddamn young. See, Wild Quagsire fled, which is bullshit. It just kills my baby Pokemon and runs away. It's like, oh, I'm a terrorist and I ran away. You can't persecute me. I'm still paralyzed. This is a big issue. As you can see, Parafusion. Awesome. I'm not a big fan of this game. Definitely not a big fan. I think I'm just going to have Gengar get all the experience, which sucks because I really don't want to have it get too far ahead. But ultimately, what's the choice here? Sit here for 5 years waiting for Koala to finally get a hit out? Or actually have fun with the game by using Gengar? So, not really a choice, is it? What was I talking about? There was something I was talking about. I don't know. But we're going to try and get out of the Union Cave. We're going to go back to Violet City. It is the same day as last part, so there's nothing to grab from the berry trees or anything like that. Actually, we are not going to go to Violet City. We are going to go straight outside this cave. Come on. I don't really care if we run in battle. But we do have another section of the basement to run into, which leads to not the Union Cave, the Ruins of Alph, which, what that is it leads you to more tile puzzles and more other shenanigans, and we're just gonna fight the hikers that are included, so it's not like a big deal. There's only like one, I think, and then we need strength for the others. I don't know why I'm thinking about this. It's just a level 5 Zubat. Whatever I do is going to kill it. I think I could actually, like, just hypnosis it to death at this point. So let's heal real quick. Frida should be... Well, you don't see Frida. But Frida is still up there because, guess what? It's still Friday! So... you know, I don't imagine these like a healing thing. Just quick side note, like, you know how they're shown as like a pad on a machine, and they like enclose the Pokeball and it heals the Pokemon in there. I don't really see it as that. I kind of imagine in my head that if you were going to heal a Pokemon, it'd be like one of those lotto machines where you put the ball in or whatever, and it like goes into the chamber of air. And why do I feel dumb? But I feel like it would be one of those, or you know those mail senders that like suck up the little capsule thing in TV. Well, Futurama is the one I'm thinking of, or even like the body travel they use with the tubes. I imagine that. I keep doing those too. That's getting irritating. But I imagine that as like the healing where they just put in. It's just more fun that way. Explain your magical treatment of Pokemon. How do we heal them? And also, why is it free? It would be a lot harder in Pokemon if you had to pay for healing. Then maybe I wouldn't heal as much. I'm just getting confusion you. Because in any other, well, not any other RPG, in a lot of RPGs you have to pay for hotels, or even pay to just stay somewhere, which is basically a hotel, but some of them have not hotels, they call them houses, which buying a house and then resting in it is the same as putting a hotel in the game, so I have no idea why you would do anything else, unless you can customize the house, and then we're talking about something completely different. But let's go up here. We have more water. Ugh. More surfing. You're gonna see a lot of this soon. Oh, we might only have one hiker. I thought we had a... I don't remember. Yeah, I think there's supposed to be 2 others from the split path of strength. Anyway. So after this, we have a lot of running around to surf to areas that we couldn't have gone to before, which will probably take another part. I probably will just cut around so it's not as irritating for people, because to be honest, you don't want to see me walk around. Even though most of them are pretty close to each other, there's only a couple that are kind of out of the way at this point. And if you remember in New Bark, there was a surf, well, there was water you could surf on. I do not recommend going back there yet. There's the strength boulder. I don't recommend going back yet and surfing across that, because you'll get to a cave, which, ooh, it's a cave. Now, the reason you won't be able to really pass beyond that point is because you need waterfall. And you need to beat the 8th gym to do that. So, if you can somehow beat the 8th gym before beating the other gyms, go ahead and do it and have fun. But in normal gameplay, you cannot do that. So, but there are plenty of surfing spots, and there's also plenty of Pokemon to talk about. So next time when I'm surfing around, I'll probably talk about them. There's actually not that many, but there's a few interesting cases that might be useful. Overall, though, kind of weak. Geodude, which is... Hold on. There's a Graveler here, isn't there? 2 Geodudes? I predict a Graveler. Or an Onix. It's most likely going to be a Graveler, though. What are you going to be? A Graveler. Damn. What I've noticed in Pokemon Red and Blue, when they had a Geodude and then another Pokemon, or Geodude, another Pokemon, they would usually have an Onix if it's 2 Pokemon, or they would have a Graveler if it's 2 Geodudes. It's just what they do. It's to make you waste Ice Punch PP. Oh, you don't need strength to access this. You need strength to access the bottom one, which I think has the grass. Huh. I remember it differently. It must be another... Maybe in Gold and Silver they have a different cave. Or maybe it's even Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I don't remember. Oh, there's a trainer here. Oh, we have enough time. Oh, here's the grass. Okay, I guess I could talk about that. There are 2 new Pokemon there. There is, what's his name? Smeargle. Smeargle in there, and there's also Xatu. Right? Xatu? What's the... Natu. Natu. That's what it is. Anyway, Natu is a flying psychic type. Interesting type. Hot garbage, though. The reason it's hot garbage is it's going to rely on confusion for a long time. And it's not going to really be useful. It's not the best flying type, I would say. Because it doesn't get any fly type moves besides fly. And overall, I could think of several better psychic types and several better flying types to take its spot. But if you want that little nice flying psychic type, it's there for you. It's not impossible, but I don't know. It's there if you want to use it. And then the other one, Smeargle, you don't use this. This is just purposefully I'll talk about it next time. I have some things to say about this Pokemon. I don't want to rush it. So next time we'll talk about Smeargle. Till then.